The outside is looking way better, but the inside is minging. So what I'm going to try and do is start off by cleaning her. Get rid of all the junk that's in here. On this one we might see, I don't know if we'll get to sticking that on, we'll see if we can put the front sway bar back on. Removing bits of plastic, bits we don't need. Cleaning, more cleaning. And see if we can get her looking cool again. So get these back on there. Oh, so you get some tuck. Whoa. And then put the rear wheels on, or what's meant to be those rear front wheels on the back and the back on the front. So let's start with that.
Perfect.
Skyline wheels now off the rear, so those were the like 16s, so I'll put the 17s on. Forged numbers these were. I ran these for ages as well on this thing, and really good. They've taken one hell of a beating. They look alright still, but to run those I used to have these, what do you call it, the 20, I think it was a 20mm spacer, and it was what was it, here we go, a 4 by, can we see that? A 4 by 4.5 to 5 by 1.4, so that changed it to the Nissan PCD. So, look at her, check that out. You're not getting anything in there, which is why these are all rubbed just along here. It is super tight. I kind of want it to maybe sit a bit lower though as well. I don't know, kind of maybe, or maybe just a slightly skinnier tire. So these are, what have we got? These are, oh, there are actually, they're a 255. I think if I change those to like a 225, that might be a better. But that's what I've got at the moment. And yeah, look at it back here. She is just, it's way cooler like that. I love the dish on those. Yeah, but yeah, that tire needs to be skinnier. It's too wide, and oh, you can also see look how beat up these are. cracked, and they're quite flimsy, these things, and they're kind of screwed in. They're all been rusty and barely in. It's all cracked up here, but it was just kind of, I don't know if you can get more flexible ones, or if I should maybe trim something off the inside here to make it bend a bit better. I don't know, but it's on at the moment. Alright, let's see if we can get the fronts on, because this is going to completely change the car, the look of it, when you've got both of those on. So as you can see, these have been on before, and what I just need to do is I've got a bunch of self-tappers on here. I'm just going to just put it all back on. I'm going to clean all this up later. Yeah, bodywork needs some, but I just want to get it back to how it kind of was, so we can see like what, I'll see it as a whole and see what needs to be done to change things. So trying to just get all this and the other ones over here, get both sides done. It looks so much better with the wheels the same at both ends. Oh, I do love those RBXs. The problem is, so I kind of like the front more than I like the rear. The rear's too high. It needs a skinnier tire on it. It definitely needs to be a bit skinnier, just to give it a bit more of a tuck. But because it's just gonna pull that off. There's nothing going in there. Low origin, I'll love this. But as soon as that's coming down, this is coming off. So if I put a bit more of a, what do you call it in there, a bit more stretch on the tyre, and then lower it a bit more. So it needs to be, now at the moment, look under here. I don't know if you can see under here, but it's got these lowering blocks in them. So I think I need to, if I increase the height, if I get a higher one of those, then that will take the car, that'll take the axle up into the wheel well. So that'll lower it. Now, I could maybe just try moving it about a bit to see if it'll settle a bit more. It might, but I don't think it's going to settle too much more than that. Like, I really want it to come down to about here. That's where I'd like it to be. Well, we're talking about an extra, what's that going to be, 20 mil or something like that. So I'm a little bit, if I could lower it 20 mil, put a bit more tuck on that, I think we'll kind of sort the rear out a bit more. But yeah, it is cool. I do like it. And now, maybe at the front, I think the front maybe do with coming out a wee bit. It's not, you know, it is a wee bit tucked in. It would be nicer, but those wheels have got a turn, and I remember, or have a vague recollection, I kind of didn't want it to do it because then they just start catching things. It's probably, even at this point, it's still going to be catching stuff. Like, look, it is mega tight in there. But I don't, I'll maybe put some spacers on here. But at the moment, this is it rolling. And I think, so we look at the other side looks a wee bit, see, I think that's sitting a touch higher than that side. Yeah, that's like, oh, who knows. There's a touch, isn't it? It's not as bad though as the rear, I think, on this side's way better. Well, it's just, actually it's not way better, it just sits a bit higher. You see there is, you've actually got space on this side. So I think moving it about a bit, but to get it moving about, you need to get it running. And before I'm going to get it running, I'm going to clean the inside, because it's absolutely minging. I don't have to spend a bit of time in there. So, clean the inside time. Alright, horrible seat out. Oh, it's a bit crappy, this seat, look at it. It's a bit of a clean. Well, Some little rodents been living in here. No poos. It's cleaned up. Oh, and I would love to get this one redone, but I don't know if it's worth it. This seat is taking me age to get out. That bolt, which I don't know if you can see all the way down there, like it's not quite wide enough to get a socket on it. Oh, anyway, I managed to work out a way with a set of these long nose pliers. That was horrible. Both seats out. Henry time. Just go through it, hoover it up, and then just start. Oh, I've got more fluff. What's this from? That's not an animal. That's from the seats. Yeah, just clean it up. Just there's nice paint under there. See if I can make it nice again. It's way better, but it's like I don't know how it comes out in the camera. Well, it is. There's still loads of bits that need cleaned up and that. But I've got the majority of it cleaned up. Like the big bits are done, but it's just like you can bits in here and all that. You just how do you get? I think I might need to get some sort of steam cleaner to try and clean it all up properly, because I don't want to just go and paint it all again. But I want to see if I can kind of, get these bits a bit nicer. And I know somebody with a steam cleaner that I could take the car to, but I can't take the car to her without her driving. And just even for loading it up in the trailer and that, it is way better. I know it's not amazing, no show car stuff here, but it's going to be a lot nicer to kind of at least get in and work on her. So I was just I pretty much used the entire roll of blue roll. I'm just using some water with some washing up liquid in it, and then the auto gleam stuff, Aerosmart Red 7, trying to just spray that on to get most of the nastiness out. Then kind of wait for it to kind of turn, and then giving it a wipe down, and then spraying it with water. But I kind of getting somewhere. Like, it's so much work to get it back to a position where the car was mint before, after it was just painted and all that. Car looked so good. Now it's just like it's nowhere near as nice, but we'll get it there. We'll get it there. It gives me a little bit of pep to actually keep going with it, because when it was just filthy, you just look at it and you go, oh, what am I going to do to that? I just couldn't be bothered. But now I'm starting to feel the love. I got a little toy. I like my little toy. I like how it's looking. There's as I said, we need to do something with the wheels and that. I see about getting just a set of budgets for the rear. Might as well just put budgets on the rear anyway, because I'm going to just nuke them. And I think I'm going to leave it there. We're getting there. Next time, I'm going to see about trying to sort out, there's so many little bits in here that I've kind of noticed, like there's fuel pumps, wiring, brake lines, so we're just going to maybe get into the sort of mechanics of things, leave it apart and just get it so we can kind of make it stop and move under its own steam. And remind myself all the things that I've done. There's lots of labels on things, and some of the text can be written or read even. Some of the text can be read, some of it can't. So it's going to be a fun and games trying to work out what I've all done to this. I've noticed bits missing. I think there might be bits up on these shelves. I don't know. I'll have to rummage through a load of stuff in there. Maybe buy a few new bits. Ooh. Maybe buy a few new bits. But yeah, we're moving forward. I'm getting somewhere. And I'm liking it. Right. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.